Hey gang, it's Paul with StudPack. Welcome back to the channel. We're back at our sunken chapel project today. We promised you a smoke test and today is the day. Chris and Grant are here from our local plumbing company. They've got all their equipment set up and they're about ready. And if you're not familiar with this project, we did a video the first time we were here. We demoed a floor inside. We have a complete failure of the flooring system in this house. The beams, the joists, the plywood. And this smoke test is our attempt to figure out where the water's coming from that is causing all this damage. So let's go meet the plumbers and get this thing started. All right, gang, we're down here outside the house. We have 4-inch PVC right here, headed to the street. Got a clean out here. They blocked the 4-inch PVC on this side in the ground so that smoke wouldn't travel in that direction. Smoke's only going to travel towards the house. They've got this rig set up here, sealed with plastic and a rag. They're going to put a smoke bomb in the pipe, put their blower in the pipe, and blow that smoke into the sewer system. Grant's going to be on the roof taping off the vents, basically to pressurize the system and so that the smoke doesn't escape. They're not going to do every vent because you want some of the air to be able to get out, if that makes sense. So they're almost ready to go. Let's see one of those, Chris. To smoke, you light both ends. Dense white smoke for 3 minutes. Cool. And do you light both ends?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is it toxic? Does it?
It kind of burns your nose if you get a good whiff of it.
All right.
Sometimes we'll get in a house, have to blow and have a busted pipe in a wall. And of course it fills the house with smoke, but
right.
It's the only thing, at least you find where your problem's
Sure,
at.
sure.
The main goal is find out where it's coming from.
Mm-hmm. Do this a lot?
Yeah. Usually we find it by the water that's coming out.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah, lost one. It just shot a bunch in there though. See anything yet?
So you're taping this off right here, Grant, so that they can see downstairs where the smoke's at underneath?
Yes, sir. It's going to be holding the smoke inside the pipes. As they pressurize it up, it should find its own leaks inside the pipe.
See where it's coming up out of? See it right there? It's coming up all out of this wet area right here. You must have taped one of them on. I gotta chip this part of this grade beam out to make an access hole. And at the same time, inspect what this pipe is doing, where this connection is at these two joints here. There's another one gonna be, if that's a Y, so it'd probably be dead under this.
Mm-hmm.
With a little bit of elevation difference here, I'm wondering if maybe this one hasn't separated here. Hopefully not,
Yeah.
but we'll know.
Yeah. So we've got that abandoned sewer line that we're going to tap so the smoke doesn't come out there. And we're going to see if we have a break in this line too. All right, gang, you saw smoke coming out of that abandoned sewer line under the house. Could have been an old washing machine or something in the garage originally. But we want to block that off so that smoke isn't coming out of there, and we can see if it's coming out down here. We did see some evidence of smoke coming out of the ground. So Chris thinks there might be a separation in this PVC under the house. So he's going to get the chipping gun, and we're going to chip this out to give us a larger access to get under the house and to inspect this sewer line a little better. Alrighty guys, we got all this brick removed. Well, Chris did it for 2 reasons. We wanted to inspect this pipe to make sure it wasn't cracked, to make sure the house hadn't settled on it and cracked it. But number 2, we've got to be able to get under the house and seal that old 2-inch cast iron that's just open under the house where you saw all the smoke pouring out. So Chris went to the truck to get some tools, and that's what he's going to do next.
Yeah, we'd have never got into that hole.
No,
I told Tommy
no.
I couldn't fit through there.
No.
I couldn't get my head in that because of that piece of metal up there. I tried to stick my head in there and said so don't cut me open. I mean, if you can, it's probably a lead joint. It may not just pull off like you're saying, but does it wiggle? If it wiggles, it's rubber. It's a service weight gasket. But if it don't wiggle, that's an old lead joint. And you ain't gonna. You have to have a hammer and start beating. And I don't know if you got room to do all that right there. Whatever's the easiest that you can get something round. See, worst case scenario, I've got that grinder and I got a cutoff wheel. You could sit there and take a little while, but I mean that's the only other way to get a round cut on cast. We don't run into cast a whole lot. Really no way to. See where else packed in there now.
Let's check out this half bath.
You mean steam room?
I think we just blew it through the trap is all. Is that possible?
No, not unless the vent ain't tied in.
Not unless what?
The vent ain't tied in somewhere. It won't go out the roof.
That's what I'm wondering.
So something, yeah. I wouldn't have any idea how to locate this guy.
I wonder if that's the sink trap or if it's the...
I don't know. We'll have to let it clear out.
So it's water on the floor. We think it pressurized the system,
could've
an
shot it.
unvented system, and blew the water out of the trap. Let me
Yeah.
see if it's...
You open that cabinet down there and see.
It's the toilet.
Huh?
It's the toilet. The seat's all wet.
Yeah, well, then there's no vent on this system.
I bet.
It should have went right out the roof.
Go pressurize that real quick for me.
You want me to?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh!
Oh, look, way over there. See it?
Oh yeah.
Big one.
Wow. Is that the cap? That looks like an exposed pipe.
It is. It's just pumping out of that one.
Right. Another open pipe that they left down here?
All the PVC looks good to me. We definitely got that one.
Yep.
And the one in the front of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Probably tied a storm drain into the sewer.
I've seen that.
Yep.
We did that lottery building years ago when they built it downtown, and they was trying to find the T out in the road right there. I think it's government right there. Whatever that was. Smoke tested it. They're smoke testing the sewer line. There's water coming out smoke coming out the catch basins all down the street. I was like, yeah, y'all tied into the wrong dang pipe, y'all.
Yeah.
Bingo. SDR 35, very thin pipe. Yep.
6 inch.
6 inch. Woo, that's a big monster there. I don't think I've seen a 6 inch sewer line before.
Because it's a storm drain.
So that's
See that outlet? See that grate by the curb?
yeah,
I bet that's storm drain for something.
catching backyard water, some catch basins in the ground or something maybe.
This is the sewer, right?
I don't know now.
Pull that cap.
Now-
Pull that cap, and I'll go run a bathtub or something.
Now that's still running. I mean, there's
That's sweeping that way.
yeah. I'm thinking this ain't even probably sewer. This is probably just a bunch of catch basins and people with backyards or something. I don't know.
Alrighty, gang. Chris and Grant just left. It's 4 hours later, but we found out a lot of information. Let's start over here, and I'll show you what happened. So this is where we started. It's 4-inch PVC. serving the kitchen, a half bath, and a laundry. We had a leak in some old 2-inch cast iron under there that they already fixed. So this side of the house, we're okay. This pipe turns right here, goes under this bush, under the sidewalk, under this splash block, and goes under the house. And they determined that with a probe rod. They could feel it and hear it hitting the cast iron pipe. This is an addition, so that pipe ties in to the sewer for the rest of the house and heads out to the street over here. Let's go show that. So we're out here in the front of the house. The main sewer exits right under that window and then heads to the street and ties into the city sewer. So we found 3 leaks on this side of the house. One of them is accessible, 2 are not. So what the plan is, we're going to demo those floors, then the plumbers will have access from inside the house to fix those pipes. So he's going to write up his report, and we're going to schedule all that after we do the demolition in the floors. So I think that's going to be about a wrap for this video. If you liked it, please smash that like button for us. Leave us a comment down below, drop us a tip, ask a question, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next one.